Good morning, students. Today we are seeing about the lesson number 10, motion and measurement of distance. First, we will see about the story of transport. Long ago, people used to move only on foot and carry goods on their back. Later on, they began to use animals for transportation like camel, cow. For transport through water, boats were used from ancient time. See this picture, that is a cannon. Motorized boat and ships were used as means of transport on water. Later came automobiles such as motorcars, trucks and buses. The early years of 1900 saw the development of aeroplanes. 1920s aeroplanes were carrying passengers. Next we will see about the earlier methods of measurement. Long ago, people used part of the body to measure things. An inch was the width of a thumb. See that picture. A foot. Foot was the length from the heel to the big toe of a person. The yard. Yard was the distance from the tip of the nose to the tip of the palm of a straight hander. These methods were not accurate, so we are move on to the accurate units of measurement. Certain unit of measurement have accepted by people throughout the world. The unit used to measure time, distance, mass, volume and temperature are the same everywhere. These units are known as the international systems of units. The unit includes in these systems are called SI units. SI is the short form of systematic international units. The meter is the SI unit used for measuring length. The SI unit of measuring mass is a kilogram. For measuring time is second and for measuring temperature is Kelvin. The use of SI unit has made the process of measurement easy. It is also made the compress of measurements convenient. The SI unit for measuring length. Length is the distance between any 2 points. The SI units of length is meter. It has several decimal multiplies, that is millimeter and centimeters are used to measure similar lengths. Meter is used to measure big lengths such as length of cloths. 10 millimeters equal to 1 centimeter, 100 centimeter equal to 1 meter. So these are all the different types of meter scales. To measure the distance between places, we are using in kilometers. So 1000 meter equal to 1 kilometer. See that picture, Kozhikode 103 kilometer. That is a km means kilometer. Kolkata 19 km. Km means kilometer. Yes, to measure the distance between places, we use kilometer. Certain rules are followed while writing SI units. Rule number 1. The symbol of measuring unit is written in small letters. But if it is named after a scientist, it was written in a capital letter. For example, meter equal to small letter m. Kilometer km, that is also small letter. Joule, that is a capital letter, because Joule is a scientist name. Joule is the SI unit of energy. So we are right in capital letter. Next, rule number 2. When the full form is used, the symbol is right in small letters, even if it happened to be named after a scientist. For example, meter, kilometer, joule. Rule number 3. A symbol for a unit is never written as plural, but when the full form is used it is written in plural. See that first statement. The length of a box is 10 meter. That means we are not never written as plural. See that another statement. The length of the red box is 10 meters and the length of the blue box is 1 meter. So red box is 10 meters. So we are written in the full form. We are using plural but never used as a symbol. Okay. Rule number 4. The symbol is never written with a full stop unless it appears at the end of a statement. So the road is 10 meter wide. So never use the meter after the full stop. Okay. The length of the pole is 1 meter. Full stop. So second statement is the end of the statement. So we are using full stop. First statement, that is a symbol written in middle. So we are not used in the full stop. Next we will see about the motion. When an object changes its position with time, that is called as motion. When there is no changes in this position of an object is called rest. For example, the motion of an object can be in a straight path like in this case of birds, or it can be in a random path as in the case of leaves flowing from a tree. Let us see about the types of motion. Translatory motion, rectilinear motion, circular motion, rotational motion, periodic motion, oscillatory motion and vibratory motion. We have seen about the first translatory motion. An object is said to be moving in translatory motion if the position of the object changes with respect to the stationary point or object. In this motion, the object moves as a whole and all the parts cover the same distance in the same interval of time. This motion may be along a straight line or along a curved path, hence can be classified as rectilinear or circular. When an object moves along a straight path, the motion is called the rectilinear motion. Sprinter in a 100 meters race run on a straight track in a rectilinear motion. Vehicles that move along a straight road move in a similar motion. The flight of a passenger plane is mostly rectilinear. Next, circular motion. When a body moves on a circular path, it is in circular motion. The motion of blades of electronic fan and hands of a clocks are example of object in circular motion. Circular motion occur around a fixed point. Next we will see about the rotation motion. Rotation motion, the body remains near the axis of rotation and periodically returns of its original position. Another feature of this motion is that different parts of objects cover different distance in the same periodic time. the motion of Earth about its imaginary axis or that of a top spinning or example of rotational motion. Let us see about the periodic motion. Motion that repeats itself in a fixed time intervals is called periodic motion. I repeat, motion that repeats itself in a fixed time interval is called periodic motion. The hands of clock have a periodic motion. The hour hand completes a circle in every 12 hours and the minutes hand complete in a circle in 60 minutes. The motion of the earth or periodic motion. The earth takes 365 days and 6 hours in complete one revolution around the sun. The rotation motion of the earth is also a periodic one. Next we will see about oscillatory motion. When an object moves to and fro between any 2 points, it is said to be oscillating. Such as motion is also known as oscillatory motion. The movement of the pendulum of a clock is an example of oscillatory motion. In this kind of motion, one end of pendulum is at rest. The motion of pendulum is also periodic. It completes one oscillation, that means A to B, B to C and C to B and B to A. That is a one oscillation in a fixed time. Next we will see about the vibratory motion. When you pull a string which is tightly held between 2 points as in a musical string instrument such as a guitar, the string vibrates. Such a motion is called vibratory motion. Let us see the combination of different types of motion. Usually an object shows more than one kind of motion at the same time. For example, take a sewing machine. The wheels of a sewing machine rotate, that is a rotational motion, while the needle moving up and down. The motion of both wheels as well as needle is periodic in nature. Similarly, in the wheel of a car moving on a straight path, there is a combination of different types of motion. They exhibit both rotation and rectilinear motion. Thank you children. We are meet in another video. Thank you.